Hey guys, I'm a BMX flatlander. My name's Mario Carelsi and I ride for Team Extreme, and I'm going to be showing you some BMX tips and hints. I'm going to tell you a little bit about BMX bikes. Ultimately they're all the same. There are different variations of them. There's street, ramp, vert, racing bikes, flatland bikes, but essentially a BMX is a BMX. If you're using it for general use, it shouldn't really matter as long as you look after your bike and you keep yourself safe is the main two aspects. Now the first things you need to know about BMX bikes is most of them will have pegs, rear and front pegs. Now this varies on different sorts of BMXs. It's down to the individual, or whether you ride street or whether you ride flatland. With this is a flatland bike, so I run 4 pegs here. I also run 2 brakes. Now my back brake goes into what's called a gyro. Now this enables my handlebars to spin endlessly without the cables getting tangled up, so I could do trick after trick after trick turning my handlebars and I'd never have to turn them back. So basically your bike would do that all day long. It's a very important bit of kit to have, especially if you want to run a back brake and do flatland BMX or most aspects of BMX riding. You'll see ramp riders have them as well. They'll do bar spin airs and stuff like that. So the gyro is very important on your BMX. Also your tyres. You always need to make sure you've got good tread on your tyres. You don't want to be riding around on ball tyres. It's not safe and it will hamper you in a lot of tricks, especially flatland. So always make sure your tyres have got plenty of air in them and a nice amount of tread on them. You also want to make sure that your wheel nuts are tight before you go out, as that's very important. You don't want your wheels falling off halfway through a trick. Your brakes as well, you want to make sure these are always maintained, always have them greased and oiled, your cables. Make sure your brake blocks are rubbed down and your rims are always polished so you know you're going to stop. And just in general, everything is oiled, like your chain, your crank, and just running nicely. So before you attempt to do any aspect of BMX, it's always worth spending 5 minutes just before you go out to go over your bike with a fine-tooth comb and just make sure everything's safe and tight and ready to roll.